The boss denied my vacation, so I made the company collapse. For 3 straight months, I worked day and night, finally securing a $5 million deal right before Christmas. But when I applied for my annual leave, my new female boss refused. The company is swamped with projects, and you want to take time off? She accused me of having a poor work ethic. Not only did she withhold my $200,000 bonus, but she also planned to put me on the layoff list. I smirked. She had no idea who she was messing with. I walked out immediately. Later, she begged me on her knees to come back. Christmas was approaching, and after an exhausting effort, I finally closed a $5 million deal. The moment the contract was signed, I eagerly applied for my annual leave. Combined with my accumulated comp days, I had a full 10 days off. For this project, I hadn't rested for 3 months every morning. I rushed to meet clients. Now I could finally relax. I stretched lazily at my desk. The vacation perfectly aligned with Christmas, so I could also attend my brother and future sister-in-law's engagement party. I hadn't met my brother's fiancée yet. Should I gift her a designer bag or a bottle of perfume? As I pondered, my director Emily stormed over with a scowl and rapped on my desk. "Emma, come with me." Before we even reached the meeting room, she exploded. "You think you can just slack off? The company is in a critical phase, and you want to take leave? 10 whole days? Do you have any idea how important these 10 days are?" Request denied. I stared at her, confused. Which project? Unless I was mistaken, the company's Sony major project was the one I had just closed yesterday. The client was thrilled and signed the $5 million deal on the spot. Was there something more important than that? My confusion seemed to unsettle Emily. She cleared her throat awkwardly before sneering. "Don't get cocky over one deal. It's nothing special. The client only agreed because of the company's reputation. Without our products, do you think a nobody like you could land $1 million deal? You were just filling in as acting director for a few months. Don't overestimate yourself. Besides, who knows what shady tactics you used?" Her scrutinizing gaze made my skin crawl. I bit back my retort. "She was the director now. When the CEO first hired me, he'd painted a rosy picture. The apparel division was understaffed because the previous director left due to pregnancy. If I performed well, the director position would be mine. So I redesigned collections, supervised production, led the sampling team, and negotiated with clients. For months, I worked around the clock, breathing life into the dying division, and secured this massive deal. But the moment the contract was signed, the CEO parachuted in a new director. Rumor had it she was a top graduate from a prestigious school yet knew nothing about the business. Insiders whispered she was the CEO's relative. True to nepotism, she was clueless but eager to take credit. The client's representative sensed something was off and nearly backed out. Only after the CEO promised I'd oversee the project did they agree to sign. But once the ink dried, Emily started undermining me. I wasn't about to tolerate it. "Director Emily, show some respect. Company policy grants us reasonable annual leave. Besides, you know the delivery timeline, we don't even need to work before the new year. The client ordered summer collections, so post-Christmas production was more than enough. Hence, my vacation plans." Emily's frown deepened as she scrambled for excuses. "Regardless, I'm the director now. Defy me, and I'll fire you." I stood up, unfazed. "Actually, my leave request doesn't require your approval. Despite your title, only the CEO can authorize my vacation." With that, I walked out. Sure, the CEO had broken his promise, but surely he wouldn't deny my Lebanon after this deal. I was wrong. Emily stormed into his office in tears. Moments later, a notification popped up. "Your leave request has been denied." I marched to the CEO's office, only to find Emily already there. She smirked as I entered. The CEO forced a smile. "Emma, let's talk. About the denial, it's not personal, but someone reported you for bribing the client." I froze. Emily slid a reimbursement form toward me. "Did you think we wouldn't notice? An $8,000 dinner? Care to explain?" I was baffled. That was the post-negotiation celebration with the client standard business expense. "Is there a problem?" The CEO avoided my gaze, but Emily slammed the form on the table. "Let me spell it out for you. Asterisk company policy caps. Reimbursements at $1,000 per request, with pre-approval required. Asterisk. Violations result in forfeited bonus or termination. We were going to let it slide, but then you had the audacity to demand 10 days off. Is this how you take your job seriously? I almost laughed. So this was about money. My 4% commission on the $5 million deal was $200,000. Were they really trying to screw me over to save a measly $200 K? Emily wasn't done. Effective immediately. You're fired. The CEO added weakly, "We regret this. Perhaps we'll work together again someday." I couldn't believe their delusion. The company's apparel division had been struggling for years. They'd nearly gone bankrupt before I stepped in to salvage it. I was their best sales person, no question. The CEO had promised him the director role. Instead, he handed it to an incompetent relative who sabotaged me at every turn. Now, they were firing me? As I processed this, Emily slid a document across the table. "Sign this waiver forfeiting your bonus, and we might consider keeping you." I skimmed it. The first line read, "I, Emma, voluntarily relinquish all project bonuses due to gross misconduct." I almost laughed. These idiots didn't even know withholding commissions was illegal. But I needed time to gather evidence. So I played along, nodding meekly. "Thank you for your generosity. I'll review this and submit it by Friday." As I turned to leave, Emily sneered. "Know your place. And nobody like you carrying designer bags? Clearly embezzling. No decent company would tolerate trash like you." She kept ranting to the CEO. During onboarding, I'd listed my family background as farmers to avoid drawing attention. My brother and I didn't look alike, and I lived modestly. Me few designer bags were gifts from him. Yet she twisted it into something sordid. I took a deep breath. Patience, Emma. Just 2 more days to gather proof. With this mess and evidence to collect, I had to call my brother after work. "Hey, what's up?" His voice came through. I fought back tears. "I can't make it to your engagement party." "What? You just closed that huge deal, everything's set, right?" Sensing my distress, he video called immediately. "Who dared mess with the Williams? Tell me and I'll handle it." I shook my head, not wanting to burden him. "It's nothing serious. Just a boss refusing my leave. They're withholding my bonus, so I can't quit yet." "Sorry, bro. Give my apologies to your fiance." Truthfully, the money meant nothing. As a Williams, $200 K was pocket change. But the injustice stung. Forget the money. Do what you need to do. We can postpone the engagement, no rush. I hesitated. "Won't your fiancé mind?" He chuckled. "Emily's understanding? She won't mind." "Emily?" My blood ran cold. No, it couldn't be. My brother was 13 years older, handsome, but surely his fiancée was age appropriate. Just as I relaxed, he added, "You're in apparel, right? So is your future sister-in-law. She's doing well lately. If things get tough, ask her for help." Dread pooled in my stomach. I forced a smile. "I haven't met her yet." Then he sent a photo. My worst fear materialized. My dream sister-in-law was Emily, my nightmare boss. In the photo, she wore a white dress, looking sweet-nothing like the venomous harpy I knew. Had things been different, I might have liked her. I debated telling him, not wanting to ruin his happiness. In the end, I stayed silent, but the thought soured my mood. My brother noticed, "You don't like her?" I hesitated. "How did you meet?" "Blind date. I'm not getting younger, and you need family. Mom and Dad have been gone since I was 5. I didn't want you to feel alone. After our parents died in a plane crash when he was 18, he raised me single-handedly. He'd fought off greedy relatives to secure control of Williams Group, yet he still felt guilty like he'd failed me. You only have me. I didn't want you to be lonely. I'm not chasing love, just someone to keep you company." My heart ached. The woman he'd chosen to complete our family was the one making my life hell. He sighed. "Your company sounds awful. Emily's workplace is their boss approved her leave immediately for the engagement. Yours is inhumane." I burst out laughing. So that's why my leave was denied. She needed the time off herself. With the engagement postponed, the tables had turned. The next morning, I barely set my bag down when my colleague Lily whispered, Emily's in a rage today, throwing things since dawn. Lily, a few years older, was a master at office politics. Even she was startled by Emily's tantrum. I hummed cheerfully. Lily worried. She might take it out on you. But Emily just glared and walked past. Then she blasted me in the company group chat, posting my reimbursement records. Emma from apparel, 8 Kinners, 5 KT gifts. No approval, no transparency. This is embezzlement. I'm rejecting both reimbursements. I was speechless. An 8 Kidder Nerfora, 5M deal was modest. And the T was a standard client gift. Yet she accused me of kickback 7, implied I'd slept with clients for the deal. The 8K came from my pocket, and the 8K came from my pocket, and the 5K was fronted by an intern. Now the poor girl was being smeared too. My vision turned red. As Emily's accusations grew wilder, I typed, "These are standard expenses for a $5 million project. Address me directly if you have issues." But the message didn't send. I'd been kicked from the group. My internal access was revoked too. Had I not prepared, I'd have panicked. Instead, I calmly sat down. Lily showed me an all-staff email. Emma from apparel is terminated for gross misconduct. The CEO's door stayed shut. Emily strutted over. "Pack your things, Emma." I glared. She smirked at my team. "If she doesn't leave, all of you are fired." The team looked at me, horrified. I stood. "Don't threaten them. I'm gone." Luckily, I'd kept records, client chats, contracts, receipts. After yesterday's fiasco, I'd even recorded conversations. I had all the evidence. Termination? Fine. But they had no idea what was coming. I stepped outside into the icy New York wind. My assistant waited by the car. "Ma'am, the lawyer is ready." I nodded. "To the labor board." In the car, the lawyer explained, "Wrongful termination plus withheld wages equals they're screwed." Then he frowned. "With your family's wealth, who'd dare cross you?" I massaged my temples. They thought I was poor and powerless. But they'd miscalculated. As a Williams, I had time, money, and resources to burn. As for the client, the $5 million deal was signed, but not ironclad. The client specialized in women's wear, while my ex-company had only done men's. I'd built their women's division from scratch: design, production, quality control. The client had insisted on my involvement, written into the contract. I doubted Emily even noticed. If the client learned I'd been fired, chaos would ensue. Even better, Emily's brother-in-law was a production line supervisor. My strict quality standards, seam tolerance under 0.3 centimeters, 80% under 0.1 centimeters, had thwarted his corner cutting. He'd complained to Emily, accusing me of being too detail-oriented. But this client demanded precision. Their orders were for export. Emily, clueless as ever, rushed production, hiring temps with minimal training. Quality plummeted. I'd bet her brother-in-law skimmed on materials too. Sure enough, Lily soon texted. Client rejected the first batch. They're furious. Emily panicked but doubled down. She tried poaching talent, but few matched my skills: design, sales, and QC. The client threatened to cancel. With me gone, no one could fix this. Then the labor board showed up. We're investigating illegal termination. Prepare for court. While Emily flailed, I relaxed in my penthouse. Turns out my brother hadn't legally married Emily yet. We planned an engagement party so you could meet her, he explained. Relieved, I hinted. I don't need a mother figure. If this is for me, don't bother. He didn't get it. Meet her first? You're both in apparel, you'll get along. I finally snapped, Bro, your fiancé is my toxic boss. His face darkened. No one treats a Williams like that. She's unworthy of you. He wanted to blacklist her industry-wide. I stopped him. Let me handle it. The engagement was canceled. His secretary coldly informed Emily. She lost it, demanding explanations. But my brother blocked her everywhere. I thought it was over. But with her rich wife, dream crushed, and career in shambles, Emily somehow found our estate. She showed up in a white dress, posing dramatically by the stone lion. My brother and I froze. Emily's jaw dropped when she saw me arm in arm with him. I smirked. Well, if it isn't my ex-boss? She turned pale, then shrieked, "You seduced Mr. Williams to spite me, you bitch?" She lunged. Bodyguards restrained her as she wailed, "Emma's a liar. Don't believe her." I sighed. "Still delusional, Emily? Ever wonder why we share a last name?" Her face went blank. "You're his sister?" "No." She collapsed, sobbing, "I ruined my own life." My brother called, "Ignore her. Let's pick your new sports car." "Coming!" After that, Emily vanished. But a week later, Lily called urgently. "Emma, you're being cyberbullied." I checked online. Emily had gone viral, falsely accusing me of embezzling the $5 million project, taking kickbacks, and betraying her. Tears streaming, she begged netizens to learn from her mistake. Her innocent act fooled many. Comments poured in. "So tragic. Justice for her. Who would hire such a backstabber?" Someone dug up my photos, attacking my character. But I stayed calm. Emily was digging her own grave. My brother made one call. Minutes later, Williams Group posted, "Official statement. Emma is our sole heiress. Defamatory remarks will face legal action." Trending topics exploded. Number: Williams Harris. Number: billionaire princess. The internet flipped. "My liege, this humble servant apologizes. I pledge loyalty to Lady Williams." Emily was destroyed. Netizens exposed her fake Ivy League degree, stolen credit, and secret luxury purchases. "She's the real embezzler. We've been played." Her accounts were banned. Sipping champagne, I enjoyed the show. Then my ex-CEO called, groveling. "Emma, I was deceived. Emily's my sister-in-law. Had to give her the director role. Come back as VP. Save the company." I laughed. "You mean you promised me that role, then stabbed me in the back? If I were weak, you wouldn't be begging now." He stammered, but I hung up. Hypocrite. He'd feared my ambition, so he let Emily destroy my team and reputation. But he never expected I'd burn it all down. After the labor board ruled in my favor, employees quit en masse. Clients terminated contracts. Fines piled up. The company collapsed. Meanwhile, my $5 million client offered me a director role with guaranteed bonuses. I accepted. The new job was smooth sailing, great team, supportive leadership. My former colleagues joined me. Within 2 years, we dominated the market, expanding globally. When I received stock options and a promotion, my boss grinned. "Knew you were the right hire." My brother teased. "My little sister's out earning me now." That new year, he gifted me 2 supercars. At our parents' grave, we whispered, "We're doing well, rest easy." A year later, Lily, now a director under me, started dating my brother. At Christmas, my new CEO granted everyone 20 paid vacation days. My request was approved instantly. At her family dinner, Lily toasted, "Thank you both. Don't go easy on me just because I'm your sister-in-law now." We laughed. Never. Later, our old work group buzzed Emily had resurfaced, publicly accusing her new boss of exploitation. Turns out, after the scandal, she'd been blacklisted. Her fake degree and embezzlement rumors made her unemployable. Her brother-in-law's bankruptcy led to his divorce from her sister. Her family disowned her. She tried apologizing, but I ignored her. Once, she ambushed me at work, begging on her knees, only for security to drag her away. No soliciting. Now, she worked as a car salesperson in a small town. Her husband forced her to entertain clients for sales. Ironically, her boss withheld her $2K commission, $42K commission, $450K sale. When she complained, colleagues mocked. Thought 200 quasham change? Wife us over 200 quasham change? Wife us over 2K? In desperation, she posted online, but no one believed her anymore. As fireworks lit the sky, my brother called, "Emma, come see this." Coming. I gazed at the dazzling display, savoring the sweet taste of justice.